Honorable members, ask the speaker.
Honorable members, we don't have a quorum. I now suspend the parliament until further ringing of the bell.
and all evidence that we have seen that we don't have the answers for today. But I pray this morning that you can give us the wisdom as we represent our people and proceed through this session, that we can put our people first in all our dealings and our ways of doing things. God give us the grace today as we proceed, as we will continue to say our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Honorable members, I acknowledge the presence of the member and staff of the Bougainville House of Representatives present in the Speaker's Gallery and the citizen from Mulbaya district and the constituents from Kandiboru United Reformed Church, Central Province, present in the public gallery. On behalf of the National Parliament, I extend them a very warm welcome. Petitions, notices, honorable members, question time. The member for the inquiry.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, bona daba namona. Laudos na nila Mr. Speaker. I must acknowledge Menakara, the constituents from Kadabora United Reformed Church and the Muriel Guinea. My dear Maina Tarwa Barana. Eguena na dai na motoi banainim. Ena dai be motoi do lahinia. Interpreter, if you're here, you can take charge of this dialogue. So I will jump in and out, and you will follow my questions for the benefit of those, funny too. Yeah. Standing order, si Mr. Behind him. Standing order 51, talk, no can disturb. So you got a line him standing orders. But thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Lagunende Asina Hadibaya Bialao, Minister for Energy, Honorable Peter Namia Soimo. And thank you to the Prime Minister for recognizing Mr. Soimo's longevity in politics and honoring with this with the privilege to serve as a Minister of State for his people of Papua New Guinea. Question Beni Bamona. Some time ago, Mr. Speaker, letter idea Toria 23 March 2023. What appeared just idea Toria to some landowners in Surunumu. And this paves the way for a conversation relating to benefit sharing. A similar conversation ensued in 2023, Mr. Speaker, subsequent to a power lockdown and water shutdown by Surunu, Rona, Sogeri, and Hogeri landowners. I likened an equally important conversation on benefit sharing also arises for the people of Narrow Brown catchment area, or Mount Quarry landowners. Edevu plant where the 52 megawatt power station now thrives. And on that launching, the Prime Minister was present with a number of state ministers and members of parliament. We stood at the foot of the dam. I asked everybody to pick up a rock because that was the last time they were going to see that the base of that valley, which is now covered by water. A lifestyle they have enjoyed for many years will no longer be the same. Same could be said for the people of Suriname in the 1960s or 1950s, when the dam was created. Villages were moved and shifted across to the ridges of the mountain where this current village is now situated. Lifestyles have changed. They no longer see life as they formerly knew. All in the name of development, Mr. Speaker. In one particular area, this our country and our governments have fumbled to address. We have been dealing with this issue on an ad hoc basis since 2014, even up to now. And a certain NEC decision remains outstanding, or parts of it has been completed. And this is the first time, perhaps, a good minister of state from Central Province and quite rightly so, because apart from Yonki and other areas, I think it's a very important portfolio that the good minister has been given. This will cover also not just the base of power sources or water source, but even the reticulation and distribution in the case of power and reticulation in the case of water. Mr. Speaker, I want to ask through the chair to the minister if this government has any plans to conduct a national content forum as contemplated by Section 80 of the National Energy Authority Act.
Honorable member, your question is directed to...
My question, Mr. Speaker, is directed to the Minister for Energy, Honorable Peter Namai Soimo, member for Kairuku also.
Go ahead.
Sorry, my sincere apologies. Past time through me being talk ya Mr. Lomoto, so you know been harem. Usa through me ask him go lang. So this let me understand. Thank you. Lord Islas, Mr. Speaker, I'm number one ask him. Number two, ask him, suppose government got plan law, Holim Development Forum or National Content Forum, lo karama pi molis law papagrami tok longol, osemol land law, Sogeri, Surunumu, Rona, Hogeri, one time on Narrow Brown catchment area, one time Medebu. You can organize him some, suppose you got plan law Holim Islakairo Forum or Nogat, and number one. Number two, suppose you got plan Lolim Slakan Sinano, Forum Law, come up him cutting pig good long all people blow you me. Suppose you got some money mark where close to approximately 10 million of Slakan money about slip about lo nice to budget you can come up as there. Lo 2026. So minister can make him this la work. Now two, no just like ask him, like thank you na. Suppose good minister can give some guidance or so him brought lots ask him me. And that's all. Thank you na. Harem me.
Honorable members, before me, Special Minister talk, just law clearing. You may got plenty members like ask him question. So time you ask him question, you go straight to point. Now you ask him question. Now all ministers time you back him log point. Suppose you some background belong. All question belong you na ministers you answer him all background belong. Back him belong you. And by time so me give him talk savetasul or some members come long point na you can let him, all members ask him question. Minister for Energy.
Thank you, brother, Mr. Assistant Speaker. Laura member tauna na ena dai lau haloa motu rekenai. Interpret taude idea no neganai do idea ato na muno. So io National Energy Authority ena tarawatu henonai be benefit sharing be up to 5% allowed on free carry equity on a shareholding any annual taude rekenai. So, yes, I have already been directed by Tauguna Prime Minister. Iaura be number one, edevu sharing, benefit sharing, I hato namonamo. On request by President for Koyari local level government, the Honorable Willie Vave. So, inai be work in progress. Ayura developer, PNG Hydro Dam, I Haribaya, Mr. Allen Gwawa, I Haribaya, Kamane Naura, Bonatanma de Aura Hegerena, in accordance with NEA Act, Doya Badinaya. For Yonki, Bona Sirinomu, there are a lot of legacy issues, and so I will have to bring a cabinet submission to be discussed at NEC, and NEC will direct on the next course of action. But I think in short, that answers your question. Thank you.
Okay. We have a supplementary member. Ministers, you cannot ask a supplementary. All ministers, you can't ask the question. Honorable Minister, what is your point of order?
Very simple. The Motu is a recognized language, but Pidgin is also recognized. Do we have assistant speaker to you and clerk take note? Do we have interpreters inside or not?
Honorable Minister, your point of order is in order. We have your point of order is in order, and we take note. We have Minister, you can resume your chair. I'll make a ruling of your point of order. Order. Honorable Minister, your point of order is in order. We have a translator. The old system was changed, so Mipla work long. Picture now by you may by God. So I'm work in progress, so me it talks away. Thank you. Honorable Minister, what is your point of order?
My point of order, in addition to the question for Eri, my good honorable member, Mila Gadim Law, Minister of Energy, as the Minister of Commerce, I just want to clarify, Mila clearing. Me, as a Minister of Commerce and part of the workflow, coastal plan. So I just want to clear. Nothing.
Honorable Minister, resume your seat. Honorable Minister, you can resume your seat. Your point of order is out of order. I think we make him clear law, Chair, some Minister, by applying on up law. Ask him question. Minister, allow him long, ask him question, or standing order, allow him long, ask him question, or any supplementary. Honorable Governor for Morobe.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. Thank you, Luxavelo, people of Morobe. Assistant Speaker, my question without notice, address call Minister of International Trade, the Special Economic Zone, na Minister of Civil Aviation can take note. Assistant Speaker, thank you, government, gift me pla Najab Tomarashi International Airport, which has been ongoing work in one or two previous government, and the completion of that work has been a legacy project for the Marape Rosso government. And we have a beautiful piece of asset that's sitting there at the Najab land. Unfortunately, Mr. Assistant Speaker, we come to believe that it's underutilized, because currently at this stage, it's just taking domestic flights. There's no additional infrastructures on the ground. It's just a terminal and the support services that give support to the airport were stopped. Now, recently, Minister of International Trade making up a statement last time that is looking to work with provincial governments, local leaders, on expanding the Najab airport into what he envisions to be a special economic zone and a city, using funding that's different models in PPP, people from outside. Now, Mr. Assistant Speaker, my question is one, Mr. Assistant Speaker, truly you, Minister, how would that partnership be looking like for us at the provincial government level? At this time, airport them just have nothing, and there's about 1,000 hectares of land sitting there, state list under NAC. So, Minister, I welcome your statement some weeks ago on your initiative to work in partnership with local members, including the provincial administration. Now, what does that mean in your announcement to work with us on that particular project? Number two, ask him for you as well, and the Minister for Civil Aviation can take notice that, Mr. Assistant Speaker, in the Civil Aviation Act, Section 133 also allows provincial governments to take control, run, manage, and develop airports as well. Now, that is a separate question, but is it part of that initiative that you're looking at a hybrid system, managing the developing airport so that there can be, it can be a business hub instead of just taking domestic flights as it stands now? Now, number three, the provincial government regular work on them you, na department blue on them civil aviation department as well. And that partnership, how will it look like for us so that, Mr. Assistant Speaker, we just don't be bystanders. We at the provincial level, and the provincial government and the people of Morobe must have a stake in this type of projects. Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
Minister for Civil Aviation. Sorry, Minister for Trade and Commerce, International Trade.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. Na milang to thank you long. Nubla Governor Morobe, the one very important question. You mean over the survey that the plan of government is for Najab to become a city. Now, our late Governor announced him also by moving seat of government from Leh to Najab. Now, member also Minister also me one belt through. However, history of showing most of governments are total working city, but we haven't built one city since independence. Central and stop yet. Now you meet total on Najab. To build an airport city will cost you billions and billions of kina. You mean no got money to build it. The experience, Mr. Speaker, all over the world is now people are moving into PPPs to build airport cities. Only using private capital of building road, power, water, sewage, building, all supermarket, hospitals, schools. This is now quite normal all over the world. So me support him through idea belong. Nubla city by this la government must lead him, na imi build him. No, not so. But the issue is one of funding. So what the world has done is they come up with a master plan and work with the private sector and developers and agencies like the World Bank, IFC, of building all these modern cities. We are not building in the 60s. We are talking about building very modern cities. So since we work in announcement that my ministry is keen to partner provincial government, National Aviation Ministry, all the other stakeholders of buildings like city of Nazab, I'm happy to inform Parliament the World Bank has already written to me. They're very keen on being part of this because they've just built a city along Mexico using the same concept in airport city. State using one Orbla military airport or building one city. And all the funding came from the private sector, now investors. We have to think outside the box and be innovative. So in January, I'll be calling a consultative workshop, inviting the World Bank, ADB, and all the other partners, Lokamna, sit down with the government and administration, blame the leaders of Morobe, talk long, global experience on airport cities and how it was funded and how we could all partner and work together to deliver the new Nasab city as an initiative of the Marabe Rosso government. It can be done. Partners are ready. We just have to organize ourselves and meet and look at funding under AGZ, give incentives, and let the private sector come and fund the city that we all need. All our brothers and sisters in the highlands, all come to Lille, no got house on Nasab Airport, no got hotel, no got hablo staff. We can't keep living like this. We have to build modern airport with facilities. So time has come, and I support the governor of Morobe and the initiative of the Morobe government. You may order must work on them, put them on, and let's look at ways to fund this important city at Nasab. So I'll be there in January, and I'll be looking for cooperation from the provincial government, administration, all the leaders of Morobe, you may need Tok and get moving with this very important city. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The member for Sinashina Yankomon.
Acting Speaker. I want to direct my question to the Minister for Petroleum on the Papua LNG project. All of us are looking forward to the commencement of this project. All of us, government, opposition, and our people, business houses. Papua New Guinea is looking forward to the commencement of this project. But the project has been delayed for a number of times, maybe on my count, totaling nearly 2 years now. They said we'd move to FID in 2024, early 2024. We went past that. Mid 2024, we went past that. End of 2024, we went past that. First quarter 2025, we went past that. Second quarter, third quarter. Then finally, we were assured it would be fifth quarter, which is now. Got 1 more month to go.
Honourable Member, your question is directed to Minister for
Petroleum. Petroleum. Yes. Thank you, Assistant Speaker. So this ongoing deferral of the commencement of the project, with especially the announcement, with the organization of the Development Forum for Papua New Guinea stakeholders, and the announcement of the FID, final investment decision, was expected this quarter on previous undertakings. And now this quarter is nearly gone now. Now I hear the latest announcement is, okay, Development Forum in first quarter next year, which means that the FID might be straight after that into first quarter. It reached a point where we can't trust anybody anymore. We need some solid statement from the minister in consultation with the developers, assuring us that there will be no continuous and indefinite pushback of this project into the never, never. Every time they say something, it hasn't happened. So I'm sure the Minister for Planning and Treasurer and everybody developing the economic plans around this project commencing, and it's not been happening based on commitments and statements already made about the actual startup date. So we need some definite statements. So I've got 4 questions, Assistant Speaker, if I can ask the Minister. Number 1, when will the development forum take place? Number 1. Development forum is where the provincial government, the state, the provincial governments, the landowners, and now the DDAs, the districts are now included with Minister Soroi's amendment yesterday. Districts are now included into that development forum. These are the people who have to get together and have negotiations ahead of FID. They got to organize themselves. They're very important stakeholders on Papua LNG. So when is that going to happen? When they say Minister made an announcement about a week or so ago that it's going to be next year, is absolutely certain it's going to be first quarter next year. Number 2, when do we then expect the final investment decision by the developer? Number 3, can the minister use all means and powers available to him, make sure that once timelines are given and announced and broadcast to the state, that these timelines are kept? In other words, can he make sure that those timelines, any new timelines given, are guaranteed, assured, confirmed, and no more deferral? And finally, number 4 question is, we know that, and this has been confirmed by the governor of the central bank, that Papua New Guinea is moving into grey listing in February next year, in 2 months' time. Will that impact upon the developer moving into FID? We need some clarity and some assurance of whether that moving this country into grey listing is going to impact the financing and the ability of this country to raise its own equity funding, and the project, the developers' ability to raise finance and all this will not be impacted by this threatened grey listing. It's not threatened, it's actually happening. The timetable has been given and it's going to happen in February. So how's that going to affect the Papua LNG financing? Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
Minister for Petroleum.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker, and me like thanking member for Senator Yongumuk. Now, good luck questions. He come. It's a very important question because me like also talk on Papua New Guinea today that this important project of Papua New Guinea, Papua LNG, where status like 19th April 2019, we have been signing an agreement. I need no former government, the leadership of previous prime minister. Then later, we have been signing a fiscal development, a fiscal agreement, where I think it started in 2021. This is a project, a big project of Papua New Guinea. You may must develop him. You may not lose him stop because the country you may need him revenue plus the project. But times the project in sign him, I think only a couple of months later, government been changed. Now some ask him the new government to attend planning on agreement. Already been review. Na predecessor him, honorable Senator Yongumuk member, been trying to review his agreement. Unfortunately, his agreement and government signed him important. Even if I go back and broke him it's agreement. So all developer, all he stop strongly in the agreement. So some talk he go come. He missed stop it, and then COVID hit him, Papua New Guinea. Next time COVID hit him, Papua New Guinea too. Maybe got people heavy stuff. So some more delay come up. It's unfortunate. And natural causes blow. This delay. Time he take him ministry, but me vice minister and it no. Honorable Prime Minister me been start him time no sims a project. Na mila commend him Prime Minister because time him go na mibla meeting with the more developer. Him give him the opportunity to be transparent. Na mibla leaders go na meet with them. President bless la company Total Energy. Now Singapore plan the talk come up but Prime Minister guidance again. Na mibla been sit down and talk straight want the developer Total Energy. So all been giving me some date. Na mibla been hiring to talk mibla come back na sit down. Na mibla ask him no go outside the tender again. Because all you gonna tender, na only kisim some price he come back because delay stop so tamus only been agreeing at in time or signing agreement by working Muslim between 11 billion US dollars to 12 billion of development project. But this little delay come now, you got certainly stop. So through leadership of Prime Minister and the government Marape Russell, we go and ask him to go back no bidding can. No pining outside or contractor stuff outside but can come now. Development the project no still a price and it's a contract. But time only go outside the bidding can only come back. All company planning Europe company only come back the price you want up was $18 billion. No economic no development now worry can. Through again, honesty, transparency, the Prime Minister believe me. Go sit down with them, President blow Total. Now people ask him, please, not people find him, not way no working bidding. So people, as a country, Papua New Guinea, people need him project. So only work him some bidding. This plan, so me talks out a delay why him come out. Only work bidding can now, as recently last month or closing bidding. Now this is a company mainly from Asia, mainly from China, Korea, now Japan only come put him some bids, come said no. So now company now second slot bid start. Now, unfortunately, no Lily project, and tribal project. You say we go from 12 billion to 18 billion dollars. Only company finding one the right amount, it can work in profit blow, then all by talk out. So people too, no government side, people wait to stop. Now me talk on Papua New Guinea. Hopefully, only company been talking to people saying, hopefully some price may look good. Now all can come now announce him. Also, them successful builder and work him contract, no build him plant site under the CPF, Central Processing Facility, no, where wellhead is stop close to them, no Gulf Province. Now, so build him onshore pipeline, they come offshore pipeline, and they come back, no, down below, no, Cochin Bay, where LNG plant site is stop. Good story, we can talk to them. No, sir, plant site down below, ExxonMobil, appoint him, or he been arranged, no, signing him, heads of agreement one company. So this plus site no plant site. No down below no Cochin Bay you got a contractor please. Na price only locking pennies. But price below offshore pipeline you're going to have an onshore pipeline they're going to CPF on straighten yet. Hopefully by the end of this month or early next year, but company but talks on me USAT is successful bidders. So this delay come up no side of the government. Now, people of Papua New Guinea, unfortunately, there's a delay come no side blow international organization something we've been talk past time here. You mean no signing got some heavy no looks how no signing like initial contract of 2019. Then COVID come up. Then I need the Prime Minister and national government. People have been trying to push him strong through. Contractor must work him project. So now we come now. This is people come up to the side now. So he come now ask him now. So we talk on the back side. Now our question we be answering blow. Good member, when the development forums will take place. Okay, last week me, Minister of Energy, Minister of Finance, and member for Kerama Open, na Kairuku, me like go down no Kerama. Na me like go na mokim sampler announcement. Namlo that me like him working development forum. He stop no Kerama. So this plan, people are working decision pinis. Now, people by hopefully working development forum. We start late January, early February 2026. And people are working decision finish. Now, go ahead and start development forum. Number two, me like also thank him treasurer. Government side, been allocating some funding for development forum to occur, which is about 40 million kina. When the FID will take place, FID, a final investment decision, and but talks our company, but talks our yes, people are Hamas development forum we finish, Papa Giron give him okay, and people company move going to start him construction. This play FID, people expect him from total them company. People looks ours and we might Only been talking about dates. So you will complete the development forum in time. Then we can start him project early April to 2026. MLA talks on Papua New Guinea, which is a very good talks out because you must understand the country. Believe me that even though you hand him budget down last week, you heard him very clearly that it's focused on the government has spent all the money towards agriculture and opening country, infrastructure. But you may not consider him. Suppose the project you start next year, plan is something that comes, plan the benefits, inflow of money that comes to the country. So that's also we call him icing on the cake for this country. And I want to thank the guidance of Prime Minister Marape and work him good. And we not consider him the impact of the project in the economy, but it might be a surprise. We never know, we might have a surplus next year. So we make sure that project starts early April next year. Now, the question as to the grey listing. This absolute question in grey listing. I'm where I sit, we no got visibility, no central bank, no treasury side, but where I'm sitting, I don't think it'll affect the country so much because we're talking about a company and its joint venture partners bringing income, foreign currency into PNG. Looking some of the problem them, but me no got visibility in the central bank, so I cannot expound on that particular question. As to the financing of the project, last we play having some delay in the project because Kumul Petroleum signing an agreement or call him joint marketing. Now I need to gas agreement I signing in 2019. Papua New Guinea government agree one time company that people are giving marketing LNG blimble no company no salim. Time more salim's gas agreement bla signing but helping more no raising finance. Now I need agreement too. Company with agree no helping people Papua New Guinea no raising 50% of our financing for the project. So unfortunately, a delay come up. One of us. Why Kumul been he stopped him signing go. The Kumul Petroleum only signed that agreement in September of this year. So when the time signing the agreement, we gave it to the developer. Developer can't go quick through a meeting with them all bankers. All bankers, so far we're hearing the bankers have no problem financing this project and also to finance our part, 50% of Papua New Guinea equity, national project or capital equity. So that's the answers I can give the Mila Toksano country. So Mila give Ogara departments, Ogara government institution, you must support him the project. Mila give Ogara members of parliament be responsible to be logging comments about the project, because the project by affecting me Ogara the country. It's a massive project. At the moment, what I'm hearing from the developer and the project proponents, only been mentioning a figure around between 14 billion to 15 billion US dollars in developing. It's economical for them within those price range. So given that we hopefully we will get an answer before the end of this year or probably early next year that we can start this project in early April. Thank you very much.
You go now for NCDC. We have a supplementary member for about, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker. I just noted that the good minister, I think, brushed aside the question and the issue of grey listing for the country because the implications, the global image of the country is a serious issue. And so for the minister to just brush it aside is something that really needs to be sorted out by the government. Because once we are listed, then the risks of investment by foreign companies will be much higher. And so I cannot accept that the minister has just brushed it aside. Thank you.
Minister for Petroleum.
Through you, Assistant Speaker, and a good point of order from member for Abao. Grey listing, as I said, me no got visibility because me no sit down on total one central bank, or me no got oversight over central bank. Now me no will affect again no grey listing by affecting PNG. and this is a particular investment too. Sawit so no got me talk out anything no Parliament no got me also talk kusai too. Now misleading Parliament. So unless I think this will question you will ask him or Minister he got oversight no central bank. Can answer him properly, but me at the side, petroleum side, me sit down a total one company, give me indication. Indication that the grey listing will affect their investment. The only thing I've heard from the company is that they want to go ahead with this investment first quarter of next year. That's why me as a government, we are trying our best to make it impossible for them to come with an excuse to delay this project. And another issue I forgot to answer earlier is that if we have to somehow tie them down to make sure that they don't delay it again, through our powers and through as minister, I will ensure that we will tie them down to keep to their words and keep to the development timeline. That one I will make sure. I want to announce it to the people of Papua New Guinea. I will use all my powers under the licensing to ensure that the project starts first quarter next year, because this country needs this project at all cost. Thank you.
Governor for NCDC.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker, for giving me opportunity to ask him a question without notice. I have 5 questions directed to the Minister for Administrative Affairs, Honorable Masare. They relate to our preparation for 2027 election and beyond. Number 1 question, through you, Assistant Speaker. What actions are your ministry and the Electoral Commission taking or planning to take to ensure that small, well-secured, easy electorates like National Capital District does not have a repeat of 2012 and 2022 National General Election, where our capital city was last to be declared, and some of us did not participate in the election of the Prime Minister on both occasions? Second question, what actions, through you, Mr. Assistant Speaker, what actions are your ministry and the Electoral Commission taking or planning to take to ensure that the use of special circumstances are not used again anyway in PNG in 2027 and beyond, especially in Southern Islands, as was in the case in 2022 and 2017. Governor Poe probably won the election fair and square, but can you come up now? We have to resort to special circumstance. We have to stop this, Assistant Speaker. Number 3, what actions are your ministry and the Electoral Commission taking or planning to take to ensure that we have only one voting system in PNG, and that is one person, one vote, and not allowing hijacking of ballot papers by a few people who can mark the ballot box or ballot papers on behalf of everyone? Mr. Speaker, if I did this in Port Moresby, or my 2 colleagues here, we hijack the ballot papers and ballot box here in Port Moresby, it will be scandal, and the election here will be cancelled. But we are allowing it in some parts of our country. So we are going to have 2 voting systems, or 1 voting system, one man, 1 vote, or 1 person, 1 vote. Number 4, what actions, through you again, Assistant Speaker, what actions are your ministry and the Electoral Commission taking or planning to take to ensure that women of PNG can be allowed to exercise their rights to vote freely for the candidates of their own choice, without fear, intimidation, and more importantly, without violence? Are we able to do this, or are we able to ensure that the election is free and fair for everyone, including women and girls of our country? Number 5, Mr. Assistant Speaker, through you, if the Minister or the Electoral Commission cannot give us that assurance or guarantee, or they have a plan to ensure this type of a situation doesn't arise, can the Minister or Electoral Commission consider engaging, for example, the New Zealand Army to conduct the 2027 national elections on our behalf, or other friendly or trustworthy military force from other parts of the world. Mr. Speaker, me ask him this because the election is like a military operation. There should be operational orders, clear strategies, and we go and carry it out, implement it, and then move on to another electorate. Now we have an electoral commissioner who has no idea, who cannot organize this type of, operational challenges. And we are giving a very important national outcome to this type of, people who are heading this very important national events for all of us that defines the 5 years of our country, of our people. Mr. Speaker, just to be context to people are here, my two colleagues are here. 2022, you come up finish now, people are stop yet. And if we are going to assess the success of our election process, the national capital should be one of the defining, outcomes of our election. Because people are legally elected, there are only 270 square kilometers. Road them good blah, communication is good blah. People got CCTV now, people got police staff, army staff, but we keep on being the last to be declared. I've asked the question already. 5 questions already. You brought him too. I'm just giving a bit of context and emphasizing it. You plus something engage in this type of voting in Goikabia. Hijacking the ballot and hijacking the
Honorable Governor.
box. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Me ask you a question, please. Thank you.
Honorable Governor, you are asking question already and then you are debating again. The honorable member for Outfly, what is your point of order?
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. The good governor has taken up the time and there's enough room to ask more questions where many wants to ask, and I ask if we can extend question time. And I ask leave if we can extend question time at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The question is that the question time be extended to 20 minutes. Those in favor? Those in favor, please stand. Question time is extended to 20 minutes. The Minister for Administration Services.
Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker, and I want to thank the good governor for NCD for his very important questions. Mr. Assistant Speaker, these questions are very important to the country, and they deserve a very comprehensive response to them. So, if through that chair, if I could ask the good governor to provide those questions in writing to you, and then hopefully by tomorrow or by Tuesday, I can provide a very comprehensive response, because the nation deserves to know what the government is doing to address the important issues of elections. Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker.
The Governor for Madang.
Thank you, Mr. Alvin Speaker. Mr. Alvin Speaker, mi amo mas looking mission down the Sierra this morning. Tete. I'm now, Mr. Alvin Speaker, asking Blomi, inoka toksawe. Mi salimigolo Minister of International Trade and Investment. Na mi suruki mapigolo Prime Minister lo take note. Mr. Alvin Speaker, asking Blomi, MBN one plan media release. Minister of International Trade and Investment make him last day. Deslam media release, I'm tokol Sam. Chairman Blow is on New Britain palm oil, usadi onim Ramu Agri Industry Limited. He talked to one time government now. Na only one bill, law state by buying equity inside law, Ramu Agri Industry. Mr. Alvin Speaker, mi mas true lo desla announcement ya. Mi dok thank you lo government. Thank you lo Mara Peroso government. Lo look sawe also now by the best time through this la Ramu Agri Industry inuna 100% overseas owned company run inside lo Madang na lo country. Na tu mi mas osem sampla askim blomi mi sana plo flow na askim. No got good la bekim blongan. Lo this la Ramu Agri Industry Limited. Usai di lookout team suga, lookout team oil palm, lookout team cattle one time. Now all panim space lo, only panim space.
Make a point of order. Honorable Minister, one point of order, please.
This is issue regarding New Britain palm oil. This is issue on Minister of International Trade na investment regarding company established in Britain. Thank you.
Governor, can I ask him question, please? Point of order, please. Minister, take note.
Mr. Alvin Speaker, I think asking Blomi, maybe anyone from media release come up last day. Suppose you play reading. Suppose no ga doke larami clear him like pastem na look sawe bli. Am I right? All right. Ikat man media release come up. Minister yetem sawe by back him good na clear him. State now by acquiring equity. By acquiring equity inside lo Ramu Agri Industry. Des la company am stable Madang. Art kimbe tuna samblab tu emigaro lekanigo. Padam stable Madang na asking blomi bipo angama viet no good la beki mikam yet lo government. So des la me looking for opportunity now. Na me lak thank you lo government please. Suppose you play serious kisim now. Kisim say asking blomi emolsem. Alright, good la true suppose. State la kisim one time by me kisim. How long? What likelihood blow state lo kisim hurry up? Enough lo minister talk sawe good. Na people blow madang harem. Because some asking blow me blow amangama piat stop lo space. Na mi blow lo madang round lo ground stop. One time bamblex him good la back in. Na Mr. Alvin Speaker, number 2 ask him emolsem. Time state kisim equity. Mi ask him emolsem madang ba kisim one plus say inside lo desla onogat. Time state kisim equity lo Ramu Agri Industry. Inap Madang province na people belum Madang kisim say inside lo desla. Equity state kisim. Inap jubla talk straight. People belum Madang by must not be marginalized and become a spectator on their own land. Jubla ka plurial investment is inside lo province ya. Mi counting na yarem, Mr. Speaker, o kami counting. Arti itu na. Madang logat siya. British American tobacco. Ologim sumuk na sample sumuk na Sim Felix na sample Sim Kansas stop. Madang logat siya inside longa. Ramu Nicol. Madang logat siya. Globe Manufacturing. Madang logat siya. Na now Ramu Agri Industry. Madang logat siya. Kama big prospect data. Kama buraman nantablo ground limit. 50 years now. You blood double reset, na hard reset ya. And one blood hard reset ya. You blood okay monagat.
Honorable Member, Honorable Governor, you can ask him question.
I Mr. Alvin Speaker, I'm talk lo YouTube by benefit you establish in All right. Ask him blow me emotion. Suppose state gisim number 2 ask him. State gisim say Baul give him lo madang on plus tu na amas baul give him please enough lo talk straight. I'm opportunity I'm open. Last ask him me. Time state gisim equity. How by state I look out him. Tax credit. Blomi lo make him sample legally work also. Inside the province, lo kim liglig. Level 4 hospital, blomi lo volume station.
lo usuna bundi. Company ya sino nanta blo ground, boda blo raikos na usuna bundi. Ol kay bun na luglug stavia, na ible drink sugar na pilim sweeta. But the look this latu this because this last game magamat. Me ask him lem kisim blo good blo tok sawe people no madang kisim sam bla kilia lo this latu. So me like a minister must make him talk clear lo this la. Na people blo madang by aram na oli look sawe lo wanem ting state lo ron lo kisim equity. Me like minister na talk you time you define him state and people ya. State and people, you define him state good. And people, so keep him going on people. Now last place in na staff, yeah. Give him look so well, 50 years now. Thank you, Mr. Alibim Speaker. Ask him blame me company also.
Minister for Trade and Industry.
Thank you, Assistant Speaker. Namilak talk, big plot, thank you through long. Governor Blomerang, it's a very important question. I mean, through also Mibla reach him. Concept approval last day. Na melo mi, na ministry blo mi, na chairman blo Ramusuga also, chairman blo Nibran Palm Oil, na company own him sila, group of companies, lo Papua New Guinea. Only one bell long. Offer lo mi lo state must acquire him shares lo Ramo Agro Industries Limited. Before me make him question, but me give him background and reason why. And me important that state must concern the come up shareholder too. Right now, we can't expand the oil palm industry nor the cattle industry. We need a vehicle. Company want to export this look sugar, we can't even export sugar. We are importing sugar right now. Cattle, meat, import him. Australia mainly. Now, you may not get more bush law. And RSPO, you know, not more cutting bush law planting oil palm. You must only use grassland. To comply with the RSPO requirements, now you can export to the global market. So strategically, Ramu, and we got expertise law cattle, sugar, na palm oil na look at more ground law expand. So people approach him all law state come inside of some equity partner plus other PNG equity partners, including our super funds, law go inside na buy and sell company, mainly to expand their operations into other parts of our country. Law beef, sugar na palm oil. Only agree as now. As soon as I received the letter on Friday, formal confirmation, member Karam submission go to NEC, lokisim support block government law concept, so Mibla can work on them all, and other potential PNG investors, law Mibla work on them, law buy share. Obviously, to buy into a company, by that valuation, due diligence, by that process belong. And I expect that process to take between this month, go in a March, before we can look at actually acquiring shares. I need to have state funding when we have funds available in the new budget next year. Me talk thank you, Lord Prime Minister and our government. Lord put him state equity funding once our budget next year, so we'll be able to put some money. We are not going to be a big investor, but maybe by giving comfort so that company will allow other investors to come in now. Maybe look fund him expansion blow, oil palm, na cattle, na sugar into other parts of our country. This is a very strategic move. Now, me hammers through that company One Bell. Now, they are assuring me that all not needing money. They're making very good money as a company right now. But this money will be for expansion, so we can start other sugar projects in the country, other palm oil projects in places where we got grassland. Not only in the civic plains, but all other parts of the country, all by Luglu. Sugar, we are mainly looking at Central Province. So that's the reason behind that. So I'm really background. Now, coming back to the governor's question, definitely, as we negotiate this agreement, And it's important that Medellin provincial government has to be a partner, has to be involved. You will not be a spectator, not under my watch. It's very clear. In the mining and petroleum areas, we got to promise kisim equity, landlords kisim equity, provincial government kisim equity, and we must start doing that in other areas where big agriculture projects start looking. So, Governor Bino looking at issue, it will happen. We will talk to you and consult you, and make sure that Medellin provincial government must get equity. You are right. I'm telling you, me working the straight in. So, no got issue law Islam. Come back law issue blood tax credit. Me no sabe why na, as a speaker, Ramusuga in funding all tax credit projects within the Medellin province. Tax credit and responsibility of the National Planning Department. Also, chairing committee, Lugulo submission, approaching all company lo funding.
The Honorable Minister, you have a point of order.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Opposition Leader, what is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, we cannot be running the people's house in the darkness.
Honorable Minister, you can resume your statement when the point of
Mr.
order.
Speaker, we cannot be running the people's house in the darkness. And handset must be recorded. So you're right, that's all. You suspend in Parliament, you manually click power come back so that handset can operate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Opposition Leader, your point of order is that the power is coming back. We wait for the light. The Minister can reply to that question for the member for Governor for Medellin. Yeah. Honorable Minister.
I think you should speak along. A question about tax credit. Minnesota, while company of funding many tax credit projects in Medellin province, that responsibility lies with the National Planning Department. So it's important that Governor, you sit on one time planning now, you put in more submission come through now, we can help you to look one more company too. To make sure that some important projects like district hospital belong, district way hosting project board records now, Usino Bundi should be considered and funded under tax credit. And money blow you mean no money blow company. And it should be done. I mean no looking reason why it's not been done. So me encourage him governor to one in planning now, put together the submissions now we can talk with the chairman now line or some now you can try and help him to make sure that Medellin province will benefit law, tax credit law, very important service long. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Do we have a point of order? The governor for member for Sinisino Yongumo.
Point of order, Blomi, also, Mr. Speaker. Olga Rasandin, Minister of International Trade, and talk to him good platro. Plenty good plat walking, but this plat talk blame lot tax credit in against nearly all companies operating in this country. It's a matter of concern. Me not think also you must outside of budget committee tax credit left, right, center. Treasurer need him. Olga tax money again collecting na garkan consolidated revenue me passing budget na scaling. Now time you plus scaling you like and look out in kind projects also, but generally tax credits everywhere is something that we should discourage. Thank you.
The Honorable Governor, your point of order. Take note. Governor for Morobe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary question, Blomi Golo.
Supplementary.
Thank you. Supplementary question, Blomi Golo. Minister, number one, the state equity funding will stop. One criteria. So you may give him funding on all business. In respect to the question below, Governor Blomering and big company will stop in Loramu. Next time come Morobe. So one criteria by museum the Luxavelol company. Example, on multinational company where shareholder blow, plenty true stuff outside the country. So number one criteria. Number two, manufacturing companies were starting lay, over like survey. Do they participate in the state equity funding or not? Suppose criteria allow them all, because they've also been existing, paying taxes in the country for the last 50 years. Now, do they qualify for state equity funding? If there is a criteria for them, because their shareholders are small businesses and small companies who are in country, whereas those multinational companies, shareholder and stuff outside. So should we have a balance between multinational companies and existing last 50 years manufacturing companies who start inside the place of some lay? Number three, supplementary. Suppose by state acquiring change the company, must lulu good lo broken because Ramu and stuff, yes, big plus stuff, but expand come long. Morobe too, so me bianim neck blow. Baratalo medenga. So 3 plus supplementary. Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
The Minister for Trade and Industry.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I think a very good question come along. Governor Lomorobe, you make a limited state equity funding blow, investment blow state. Obviously, it's more similar spreading everywhere. We don't have the funds. So we are looking at projects that are of strategic value to the country. We need to expand the cattle industry. We need to expand sugar industry so we stop imports. Kind project also people are giving priority or limited funds. We got Logona, partner on the private sector, and encourage more. All to invest, jointly invest all kind investment also. Like for example, next time we got 130 million. And that's all we got limited funds, so by him look good on what is of strategic importance. This year, Bambla working joint venture on them Adil or starting tuna cannery or Medeng. Why are we doing that? It'll create 5,000 jobs straight away. And by start blow PMIZ. So it has strategic importance why we make decisions like this. You're not just gonna invest in every company that does not need the state. So let me talk clear. That's what we look at. What is of strategic value to us? So much you mean not gonna partner on them all by no got comfort or move into new areas. So we have to partner them, giving confidence to some government staff on the all now. Gola big plane, come to central province, plan him sugar, work him slow because state got interest law this law. So it serves our own interest. So me explain to us also. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We have a point of order. The member for Bololo, what is your point of order?
Mr. Assistant Speaker, understand, plenty man asking question, but Mila just talk clear so enough. Minister must talk clear also. Or something I'm like give him must scale him country good. He got some role. Province too na district me plus staff me plus same sentiments on them meeting. No can call him meeting da solo, sipik da solo. Thank you.
The honorable member, your point of order. I think Minister has already answered the question. And your point of order, I'm looking at him, you ask him question or debate again. So your point of order is out of order. The member for Suave.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. My question without notice, just a very quick one. Just a very quick one. Mr. Assistant Speaker goes to the Prime Minister since the Treasurer is absent today in the House. On Tuesday, the Treasurer came in, Mr. Speaker, to present the 2026 budget. And I'm still confused whether it was a Treasurer who was genuinely concerned about the people of Papua New Guinea or a snake oil salesman. Now, my question to the Prime Minister, Mr. Assistant Speaker, is, he has been the Prime Minister since 2019, 6 years as the Prime Minister, passing historic budget after historic budget that has taken total expenditure under the Marape government to over 220 billion kina, Mr. Assistant Speaker. Now he's announced another historic budget of 30.9 billion kina. So my question is, as the Treasurer came in gloating, preening, gaslighting, prevaricating, and then playing the blame game by blaming the former regime, the former Prime Minister, the Honorable Peter O'Neill, when is the good Prime Minister going to take responsibility for failed budget implementation from 2019 to 2025? And can he confirm whether the 2025 budget failed or not? Why is the Treasurer under the Marape government continually comparing the 2026 budget to the 2018 budget? That's my question to the good Prime Minister. Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
Yeah, Honorable Minister, your point of order. What is your point
The
of order?
budget documents are before Parliament, and that question preempts the matter before before Parliament on the notice paper.
Honorable Minister, it's already past budget, so I can allow the Minister, Prime Minister to. Honorable Prime Minister.
It's all right. Let me explain. It's a political question he's asking. Let me explain. It's not a general question. Mr. Assistant Speaker, me like Sanabna talk, thank you long. Question where Member Blasuava asked him. Triple question, let me talk. Failed budget implementation, number one. Number two, why blaming past government? Number three, one time talk clear whether 2025 budget is run good or run cranky. Mr. Deputy Speaker, me no got plenty talk all of it. Record na number inusa kiaman. Number inusa kiaman. Talk you make an tarim talk English one blood talk and meaning plan is something. But number 1M1, 2M2, 3M3, 4M4, 100M100. Number inusa kiaman. So suppose Emi not believe in me. We'll ask him, read him final budget outcome long year 2013 or 2012. Some coming up, stop on 2018. Abian starting law 2019. Some coming up law 2024, the last time we play releasing final budget outcomes. Suppose Emi no clear. Final budget outcome and talked about how the budget has been delivered. For instance, the 2018 final budget outcome is not Marape Rosso government's final budget outcome. That's the previous government's final budget outcomes. 100% belong to the last that government. And so the numbers are all clear, Mr. Assistant Speaker, and for all learned members of Parliament. Let's not just gloat over numbers and gloat over words. Just read the numbers. Numbers don't lie. And in case any feel or some more failed budget implementation, me like I'm also reading, Dr. Law, Treasurer Stakio, Dr. Law, Prime Minister Marape. I read him talk about all professional commentators for economy. Kind of say, one of Westpac Bank and talked about all these years. Kind of say, one of BSP talked about all these years. One of ANZ talked about all these years. One of UPNG or ANU or NRI talked about all these years. After this question time finished, let me present him the report, research 50. Inside long we got NRI report from 1975 to year 2024. And so, Mr. Speaker, you don't need me talk some outside me running. Look, report start finished. And you read him, you're clear. Now look him, rouse him, emotional politics aside. Read him number, now look him number. In terms of debt and debt to GDP. In terms of percentage in deficit. In terms of percentage in budget delivery. Key, budget delivery. You look at FBO. Look at percentage of budget delivery. Let me stop. Read him, for instance, if you want to compare the recent past government and the current incumbent government. You run your eyes from 2012 all the way to 2024, the last 12 years, and you will get an absolutely clear picture on how side Marape, Rosso, Pangu, coalition governments doing in the context of circumstances we are faced with from 2019 to 2024. The second question I'm asked, how's 2025? Budget running, Mr. Assistant Speaker. The last I know of,
December 31st, 2025 has not lapsed yet. December 31st, 2025 has not lapsed yet. I would ask the member for his patience. When the final budget outcome 2025 is delivered within first quarter of next year, again, he can run his very intelligent mind and eye over that number. And he will have full statistics on percentage of budget delivery. Mr. Assistant Speaker, what I can tell you, and I don't want to gloat, just look into the numbers and you will see which government has done better in revenue collection and expenditure remittance. Which government has done better in managing debt in the overall scheme of things, within debt in terms of percentage of debt to GDP. Which government has done better containing inflation? Which government has done better giving the most help to the people in terms of times of need? Historically, we removed GST from 13 essential household items. Never done before, Mr. Assistant Speaker. Historically, we have lifted the ceiling of not paying tax to our citizens earning under 20,000 kina. Never done before. And the last I gave thanks to the O'Neill government, which I was part of, they lifted to 12,500. I beg your pardon, 12,000. We've now lifted 70,500 today, making permanent at 12,000 in tough times. Mr. Deputy Speaker, you can say your piece in ordinary times and in the comfort of your chair, but sitting in the jump seat when the economy is tough, it's not easy to manage. Just look at the numbers on how we're getting things done and make a comparison. Next year, when we deliver the final budget outcome, 2025, then you can look back again and cast how 2025 has been delivered. His second question or third question asking why pointing on the past? Our reference to past is a consistent reminder on where we've come from so that we don't repeat the same mistakes and we go forward into the future, hopefully in a better way. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honorable members, our time has left. The leader of Honorable Minister, what is your point of order?
Simple point of order is this. Members of Parliament, when they address the Speaker or Chair, must correct and proper name. It is my duty to advise the Speaker. Albion Speaker and all this is not recorded in the standing orders. You must address properly. We cannot apply pitching here. If it's a name, you have to name him properly. So Assistant Speaker, it must be Assistant Speaker.
Honorable Minister, your point of order is noted. Honorable Governor for Madam, what is your point of order?
Mr. Alabama Speaker. I'm talk pisin straight. I'm mirror some sure transit blow talk pisin. I'm giving bun blongam. You blow talk place ya? You blow talk place ya? Suppose you blow understand him this la talk pisin or adimi tanim talk kena. Oi di bao. Sorry. Oi kamu na yo. You talk. Tu blow one tema. Sorry. I'm talk pisin so Mr. Tim, me understand him, Yamamas, because talk pisin come no mouse below me. Mila talk sorry, suppose I'm no good, rouse him. Otherwise, thank you, Minister. You can right illustrate him. But me clear also I'm talk pisin, so me give him one blood talk pisin straight. Thank you, Mr. Alvin Speaker.
Governor, your point of order in order. Talk percent by you, I acknowledge him. So thank you. Leader of government business.
Mr. Speaker, I ask leave of Parliament to move a motion without notice.
Is leave granted? Leave granted. Leader of government business.
Assistant Speaker, I move that so much of the standing orders be suspended as would prevent orders of the day numbers 95, 96, 97, government business being called on forthwith.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those in against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable member for Aba, what is your point of order?
Consistent with Standing Order 105 and 106, today is Thursday, private business day. Every time the government uses its numerical strength to abuse the order that we are following. And I want in particular to refer to notice paper number 65, which was notice given 2 years ago by the then late member, Governor for Morro Bay. Election is in 2027. This report has not been adopted by the National Parliament. May I seek the Assistant Speaker for the Leader of Government Business and the Private Business Committee to allow this to be debated and adopted. Thank you, Assistant Speaker.
Honorable member for Aba, your point of order. It's in order. The leave has been granted. So after the calling of Leader of Government Business will come through. The Leader of Government Business. Clerk.
Order of the day number 95, Organic Law and Certain Constitutional Office Holders, Amendment Law 2024. Minister for Justice and Attorney General, third reading, second record opposition for debate, and second vote from 6th August.
Mr. Assistant Speaker, in accordance with Standing Order 22F, I move that the proposed law to be now read a third time and commence the second required opportunity for debate.
The Prime Minister.
Mr. Deputy Assistant Speaker, I rise to give support to the hardworking AG's amendments. Mr. Deputy Assistant Speaker, these amendments is necessary. We are experiencing in our country a depletion of very experienced people because of the age limitations of key constitutional office holders. We have earlier, this Parliament has made amendment to the judges. Today, the retirement age, they start retiring at 70, if not compulsory retirement at 75. If you care to look far and wide in our country, and for me, sitting sometimes as chair of the
key constitutional office appointment committees we have, like electoral commissioner or ombudsman commission or ICAC or the judges assisting the JLSC. Sometimes we see lack of available candidates below the age of 50, 60, especially having that level of experience at the senior level. And I think in this day and age, where age in terms of health and mental sanity, people could be productive even up to 70, 72, 75. I point to all one reference point. An eminent son of our country, Sir Anol Ahmed, served distinctively as our country's second national chief justice. Later on, became governor of Medang province, and very recently we appointed him to be ambassador to United States. Now, in the case of embassies, when you want to appoint someone, the other government must sign an agreement, meaning that they agree that this is a candidate fit to come and represent our country and be a resident ambassador in their country. And so there's an element of depletion of senior Papua New Guinean citizens right now in our country, as well as those we want to recruit from outside. Hopefully we could infuse the right senior citizens into some of very, very senior roles in our country, especially the key constitutional office holders. I want to also indicate, for instance, the electoral commissioner, the age limit that has come on. For electoral commissioner, we've now looking far and wide. Advertisement will go out. There was a question on the electoral commission earlier in this session. We want to recruit from outside or from within. My own preference, someone who's not Papua New Guinean but from outside, but at this very, very senior level. So those sort of issues face us right now. Many states bringing an amendment that is congruent to the earlier amendment we did, where judges now age, in terms of the age requirements, ranges from 72 to compulsory retirement at 75. This amendment is brought in to make all constitutional officers fall within the same scope of age in which they are employable. Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker.
The question is that the question be now put. Those in favor? Those against, no, the ayes have it. Honorable members, as this is the second vote, the Constitution requires that the vote must be recorded and that in order for the proposed law to pass, it must also be supported by a two-thirds absolute majority of 79 members. Honorable members, the Parliament will now vote. Clerk, please ring the bell. Attendants, please close the door. The question is that the proposed law without amendment be now agreed to. The question is that the proposed law without amendment be now agreed to. Those in favor, please stand. Those against, please stand. Those who favor of the motion, 76. Noes, 0. The Leader of Government Business.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the vote be rescinded.
Question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Prime Minister.
Papers, calling papers.
Papers. Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to present the report of the Steering Committee on Papua New Guinea reset at 50. Mr. Speaker, and I seek leave of this Parliament, our Parliament, to make a statement in connection with this paper.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor? Sorry. Is leave granted? Leave granted. Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, and I move, Mr. Assistant Speaker, I beg your pardon. Thank you, and I move that, Mr. Speaker, I beg your pardon, Mr. Assistant Speaker, I am presenting under the cover of my statement the reset at 50, PNG 50 years review and a possible 20-year roadmap, Mr. Speaker, subtitled Honoring Our Legacy, Evaluating the Present and Shaping the Future. It is this review document that is being circulated to all members of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Assistant Speaker, members of Parliament, and to the people of Papua New Guinea. I come one more time to this House. I rise to table this Honourable House, the PNG Reset at 50 roadmap, Papua New Guinea official reform blueprint to guide national policy, planning and implementation for the next 20 years. And I want to state from outset, this does not replace Vision 2050. This doesn't replace the national strategic plan we have that has been running since 2010. This rather augments these two major development blueprint we have, runs on par with our MTDP 4 and the series of medium-term development plans we've had, but tries to speak into it from the context of where we have come from and where we must go, especially the next 20 years, to jumpstart and resuscitate and revitalize and grow our economy and prosper our country. Mr. Assistant Speaker, on 16 September this year, our people showed up in big numbers from the autonomous region of Bougainville all the way to the westernmost part of our country. I want to acknowledge the autonomous Bougainville leaders who are present in House today, and our people in the autonomous Bougainville government. Part of this reset conversation looks into how we could treat the Bougainville work that is happening as a present understanding that the referendum result has taken place is now in our custody and ushering in the report also to this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Assistant Speaker, rather, this document of the nation is not about our government, but it's not about any one government for that matter. It was developed independently by a steering committee and technical committee comprised of some of our most credible individuals, institutions, and development partners. And the National Executive Council endorsed the framework to guide our country into its next chapter as we step out and onwards from our 50th anniversary year this year. Mr. Assistant Speaker, this road map is not the work of my government alone. It is the work of the nation, produced through an open, rigorous, and inclusive process. The 50-year review and roadmap was commissioned by NEC to mark our Golden Jubilee, but developed independently, as I said earlier, by a steering committee that was chaired by Mr. Charles Abel and Mr. Atta Sumare as Deputy Chair, two notable sons of our country. In their previous life as members of Parliament, they served distinctively in the various portfolios they held, both in the not too distant past, the Sumare government and also the O'Neill government. I was privileged to have served with them. They were amongst the hardest working ministers that I served with and men of in-depth experience themselves. So we pulled them out. They never asked to do the job. They were in community. We asked them if they could come back. And at short notice, in the face of our 50th, just takes stock of how we've come as a country and where we have done, including assessing the performance of the Marape Pangu government. And so they had a casting glance, retrospectively back the last 50 years. And they've come up with this. It's a honest appraisal on where we have been, where we have come from, our downsides, and some of our upsides. I want to point to all of you, for instance, inside this there is a NRI report, the last 50 years, NRI report from 1975 to 2024, 2025. I want to ask all of us, as I was responding to the question by Member Suave, words can mean many things, but numbers don't lie. Deep inside are numbers, economic numbers, public service numbers, people number, preference numbers. In this day and age where most of us are educated to some level, we must be assisted by numbers to give us the rationale and reasoning to make decisions going forward into the future. Mrs. Assistant Speaker, they were supported by a technical committee of professionals and researchers from the private sector, from National Research Institute, from CIMC, from ANU, Australian National University, and UNDP, representing a rare convergence of national insight and global expertise. Over 50 consultations were conducted across the country, engaging also churches, the private sector, civil society, academia, and other citizens from the highlands to the coastlands and to the islands of our country. Mr. Speaker, my government and I have also submitted ourselves to this process. We opened our books, made available the data and evidence of our own 6 years of performance for scrutiny and review. So I want to make it clear to this Honourable House and to the nation that this is not a post-mortem of selected governments of past, but an overall performance review of our country and the government of our country from 1975 up to today. It's important, as a pointer here, to look forward. Our history and our past must be the tailwind that separates us forward. And in that context, in the face of our 50th anniversary, we had a holistic review on where we have come from. It's important that the people of Papua New Guinea understand that this is not an assessment by the Marape Rosa government, but an assessment of all governments since independence, a collective reflection of our national journey. This was not a government exercise, it was a national reflection. What the NEC simply did was responsible in my view, and to listen to the evidence that was presented, the hard truths, and we have before us recommendations that we must act upon. You may ask me, why the reset? Why is it necessary? Well, Mr. Assistant Speaker, and to all members of Parliament, after 50 years, whilst we have achieved much, is it enough? I would also concur to many in our society, in our country, that says we have achieved much, maintenance of our democracy, preservations of the constitutional Section 2 boundaries of our country, but have our people benefit from services that they deserve? And I would agree with many, maybe not enough. We have produced plans, frameworks, and policies, yet we have struggled to deliver consistent and measurable outcomes for our people, and this is an honest admission. Even for me, after 6 years of being in office, much more work remains for our people. That's why we need to prioritize what is important. What is it that we must do 1 year, 2 years, in the medium term, and then the next series of medium term. That is why the 50th reset was thought of, and we allowed those very independent people amidst us and institutions to go through and run their eyes through and put this forth for all of us. Mr. Assistant Speaker, the 50th review found that progress has been slow and uneven, that our human development indicators remain amongst the lowest in the Pacific, that wealth from our natural resources has not translated into widespread prosperity, and the trust in government institutions has eroded. And I stand here as President Prime Minister, not ashamed to admit this is the status quo of our country. And to admit means we admit the downsides we carry. We must all collectively rise up to get on fixing our country 50 years on going forward. That is why it is called a reset. This is why Reset at 50 is not a new plan, but a decisive reform agenda. It identifies what has gone wrong and what must be fixed. It is a call for a national reset, the mindset, institutions, and leadership culture. 5 guiding principles and 10 big bets, as we say, as they propose to us, 10 big things that we can bet on to do. And hopefully that could jumpstart our country and putting it on the road to prosperity for all, as Vision 2050 envisages. Mr. Speaker, the document is organized around 5 guiding principles. It's supported by 2 major reform interventions, or labeled the big bets. These are structural reforms and not slogans. Reforms that, if implemented, will fundamentally improve our will fundamentally improve how our country is governed, how our country grows, and how our country should deliver to our people. First is protecting sanctity and the integrity of our Constitution. Coincidentally, this morning I launched the workshop that is hosted by the Constitutional Law Reform Commission at the APEC House on preserving and giving respect to our Constitution. Mr. Assistant Speaker, this talks about restoring constitutional balance, for instance, by considering a bicameral parliament and a 2-term limit for Prime Minister. Proposing a 2-term limit for Prime Minister, no Prime Minister of the day thinks that this is birthright forever. There's a term limitations to Prime Minister so that there's opportunity to revamp and restore leadership. And someone who's had the pleasure of serving as Prime Minister and moves on, the next crop of leadership come on, take its place. This also talks about restoring budget integrity, closing loopholes, and operationalize sovereign wealth fund to safeguard resource wealth for generations to come into the future. The second talks about advancing human development and family. Enable universal access to voluntary family planning and maternal health, working closely with churches and civil society. Mr. Assistant Speaker, uncontrolled population growth has a toll on the economy. Planting mouse, nabagat liklik, look at the molkada. Controlling family, and to our people who are listening in, young parents at the house, young mother sitting and watching this broadcast right now in the house, I just want to offer counsel to my young daughter who's planning to have a family. Limit your child to 2 or 3. One child these days, from my own calculation, as I was advising some young people the other day, to raise a child from conception to adult, where the child graduates to have a family of his or her own family, there's a cost attached. It costs one child in Papua New Guinea about 2 to 3 to 4 million kina, from conception to all the way till adult for a parent. So it's quite an expensive exercise having many children. And this review team, not James Marape's line of thinking, this review team put it right up front that the country's population and conversation on family planning must come out big. And so it stays right in our face. You may ask me why. It simply goes to the plate on the table, asking for resources. If we contain population growth, then we could manage our country's growth and prosperity. Second pointer here about human development, it talks about deliver at the earliest universal power and internet to our communities, especially, and talks about resuscitating and reforming of PNG power, liberalizing telecommunications, and extending services to our rural communities. Third point, it talks about leveraging data and evidence for decision making. All of us sit in various levels of decision making. Many times decision making are based on emotions and feelings. This committee, the Reset 50, says we must institutionalize evidence-based governance, ensuring all major decisions are supported by data and cost-benefit analysis. The reason why we established the Ministry of Economy and Rural Development, and the NEFC is packed under Minister Lelang, is to work in this space, and I'm happy that a this Reset 50 team has put that data must support allocations of resources, government policy decisions, and a cost-benefit analysis must accompany this. This also talks about building a trusted national ID system that is integrated with health and education and social protection systems. Number 4, it talks about enabling smart and sustainable and inclusive growth, enshrine private sector-led government-facilitated growth as official policy, reform state-owned enterprises, accelerate investment, and modernize agriculture. It also talks about freeing up land for development using voluntary best practice models, respecting customary ownership while unlocking housing and agricultural potential. Number 5, ensuring accountability, transparency, and delivery. Reform the public service to a whole of government functional audit, remove ghost names from payroll, and link pay to performance. Talks about strengthening delivery through a project management unit and fully operationalizing a national monitoring and coordinating authority. In the much talked about what is happening out there, this report affirms that monitoring has been one of the biggest downsides of all governments of past, and it is about time we set up monitoring as a core function of government and to make sure every money that is sent out is hitting the bull in as far as development is concerned. Now, what are some things that we must do? This committee also feels that quickly in the next 1 or 2 years, there must be some clear things we must do. For instance, the next 2 years, we must prioritize some quick wins, and they identify. Amongst them, stabilize the national budget and close revenue leakages, improve frontline health and education services, cleansing the government payroll, fast-tracking electricity and internet across all rural communities, establishing one-stop shop for vehicle registration and insurance into a single location, raising minimum wage to support working families. These are immediate, visible actions that will rebuild public trust and show that reform can work. Mr. House Speaker, I am pleased to inform this Honourable House that 2 of these key reforms have already been completed: the establishment of one-stop shop for registration and insurance, and the increase in the national minimum wages. I also report to this Honourable House that the government has ordered a forensic payroll audit as part of the payroll cleansing exercise. Initial findings thus indicate that over 4,000 and 20 individuals currently on the government payroll are unattached, receiving salaries without confirmed positions or are in deployment. This is a serious governance issue that we are now addressing decisively in partnership with the Department of Finance and Department of Personnel Management and also the National Monitoring and Coordinating Authority. I will be accountable to this House and to the nation for the progress of these commitments we are making with all of us. Before we face our people in 2027, I will present a paper, the status of the quick wins, clearly showing what has been achieved, what remains outstanding, and what we must do better, if not pass on to the next Parliament to attend to on some things we must do. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to inform the Honourable House that we have ordered the forensic audit into the payroll, and we will also act on the recommendations that is presented to us in the final report. As I said earlier, we will be accountable to our people, and we want to show what we've done before the 2027 elections. Mr. Speaker, this reset is not a government project. It is something we all must do at all levels of leadership where we are present, in our districts, in our province, and also in our portfolio ministries. And for me, as the last man in the structure of government, as well as all our Section 32 officers right across our country, we must rise up for our people. In our 50th year, look at what we must do. I ask all of us to pick a copy of this report, have a look through. We don't want to leave any place behind. We don't want to leave any part of our country behind. Building our country is not for politicians alone or bureaucrats. It is for all of us to work together. If each of us play a part in our homes, in our workplace, in our communities, in our church together, we all can transform this country. But the biggest responsibility lies with all of us who are paid by the Guinea public accounts. Members of Parliament, ministers of state, department heads, those of us who are leading in the appointed or elected offices. I want you to have a relook at the Reset 50. The agenda is simple. The next 20 years. If the next 20 years we work, when our nation crosses from our 50th year to our 60th year and to our 70th year, in 2045, whoever is Prime Minister of today, leading our people into celebrating 70 years of nationhood, our nation at 70 years must be a nation that is prosperous, where all part of our country have roads, have connectivity in terms of power and ICT. They are harvesting from the land in terms of productivity and progress, and we have left no behind in the Bougainville conversation. We have put finality to the Bougainville issue. They're happy, we're happy. The provincial government systems that we are in conversation about, where does the governor sit? Do they sit together with us, or do they remain as members of Parliament, but at another chamber? These conversations is a real must. Together with this report, together with the report CLRC did, in terms of the constitutional report that I presented last time, I ask all leaders of this House on both sides, from the opposition, the government, from respective parties that we hold, look into this seriously. The construct of our country's well-being now and into the future is dependent on what we do. And we don't want the thoughts and policies of our government just to be isolated year in, year out. That is dependent on political expediency and what we want from politics, but it must be clearly based on what the community wants. And this Reset 50 embraces the aspirations of our people in the 60s and early 70s when they worked hard to birth this country into sovereignty called PNG today, some other generation's views, and looks into how we've come the last 50 years from 1975 to 2025, and the independent panels that was pulled together from many and all stakeholders we have in our country. Their thoughts are encapsulated in this report. I want to ask all of you, spend some useful times to read through this. And if they have missed, this is not 10 Commandments, by the way, Mr. Assistant Speaker, if they have missed something that you feel must be included, then please do indicate. This doesn't replace Vision 2050, Vision 2050 stands as a goalpost target that we all go. This just augments, as I said, try to bring some key priorities together for the next 20. And Vision 2050 was launched in 2010. The chief architect of Vision 2050 remains in his parliament, a member for Abao, in his capacity then as Deputy Prime Minister and the leader tasked to deliver Vision 2050. The roadmap was outlaid to us. Now, in 2025, we are 15 years after Vision 2050 was outlaid. The goalpost is simple. By 2050, we must be a prosperous, happy, wealthy, wise, and fair society to all in 2050. When I became PM in 2019, I set two benchmarks that will be forever embedded in our country's mindset: the richest Black Christian nation and economy to reach 200 billion kina by 2029, if not 2030. The richest Black Christian nation amplifies that Vision 2050 aspiration. When we reach that, we must be a prosperous nation. This reset now looks back, assisting all of us. They've compiled this report for us. I want to point all of you to this. And here amongst them are data inside. Very interesting data. Just in one of the middle section is this one. It says, PNG Golden Jubilee Publication, 1975 to 2024 by NRI. So, Dr. James Marabe staff inside, Dr. Blongol, Sabe Man Blimina, institution of country. Anbla Bikla Tok staff, economy Blimi from 1975 coming up now, economy grow below population growth. Population growth on top, and economic growth Blimi underneath. From 1975 to 2002, for instance, the years where we were changing government every 2 years, our economy grew at 0.03%, and our population was growing above 3%. Thanks to Mekere Murata, the late Sir Mekere Murata, the political party law that came into place in 2001 stabilized Somali government that started the next wave of economic growth we have today. But the growth we've seen even the last 23 years is not sufficient to fill in the gap of the needs we have that has aggregated much to this date. And so it compels us to look at what we must do this year, next year, and key amongst them, preparing a country for a good election platform in 2027, and hopefully whoever comes into government in 2027 onwards can use this sort of data and statistics to compel them to make rational decisions on where to make intervention for the prosperity of people, the balance of the life of Vision 2050. This should take us to 2045, 5 years short of Vision 2050 deadline in 2050, and should give us a fair assessment on how we have ramped up development for the benefit of all our people right across the country. Mr. Speaker, I conclude my statement by saying it was done by people. Some statements inside does offend me too, but I'm man enough to accept our government's shortcoming. If I say everything is good, I'm being unfair on the country. So we've assessed 6 years of Marape government, 8 years of O'Neill government, 9 years of Somali government, then they going back all the way to 75. Not to accuse someone, but to learn from it, so we correct ourselves. My government to 27, if you all members allow the Pango government to stay on until 27, and then whoever comes on board, use these sort of statistics to guide you as we all separate our country forward. Mr. Assistant Speaker, I rest my case.
The question is that the question been up.
Speaker, if I could respectfully ask the statement be made out of the day and debate be put for a subsequent sitting.
The leader of government business
Assistant Speaker, I rise to contribute to this debate. I firstly want to
Do we have point of order, member for about?
Mr. Assistant Speaker, the Prime Minister has just moved that we take note and the debate be adjourned. And then the Leader of Government Business is trying to debate again.
Honorable member, your point of order is noted. The Prime Minister has presented the bill, deep report. The Leader of Government Business by adjourn debate. Also, possible like make him debate him can make him adjourn him. Leader of Government Business. The Leader of Government Business.
Okay, Assistant Speaker, I think plenty of leaders, like him, you may take note long slap paper. Now you may put him long narpla time, loboy me can talk long him.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, Minister's statement. Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I take leave of Parliament to present to this Honourable House and to the people of Papua New Guinea the Department of Foreign Affairs year 2023 into 24 review of our department. This review covers key activities and achievements of Papua New Guinea's foreign relations in the course of the year 2023, particularly, but there are some important developments that precede 23 and have consequentially domestic and international response that I will make reference to as well. Mr. Speaker, this review report serves as a platform to account to the nation the PNG's foreign service policy pursued by the Marape Rosso government, and also a platform to interface with the citizenry of interest stakeholders in the work of the PNG Foreign Service. Mr. Speaker, there are many crucial issues at the forefront of challenges facing the world in the recent past and continue to live on today. Post-COVID and the Build Back Better is dwarfed by outbreak of wars between Russia and Ukraine and Iran and its proxies against Israel. The global impacts of COVID, together with climate change and global warming, remain humanity's biggest challenges. As the UN Secretary General stated in the State of the Planet speech in December 2020, we have come to a moment of truth. COVID and climate have brought us to a threshold. Recovery and building resilience from the pandemic was a priority topic for discussion in most every regional and international meeting. As we charter our way through this turbulent period, it's necessary to accentuate the challenges and opportunities for our diplomacy going forward. Our diplomacy and efforts stood tall to save devastating effects to PNG. For this, I commend the foreign resident diplomatic missions here in PNG and PNG diplomatic missions and posts abroad, along with the Department of Foreign Affairs, for ensuring that at that time vaccines were available for our citizens. PNG brought its citizens home, whether walking out of the plane or on our shoulders. Our responsibility to our citizens transcended national boundaries and went beyond the call of duty in times like this. Another major challenge at the global level is climate change and global warming, and the conversation on climate change and the global warming cannot take place without talking about the mitigation efforts and conveying on forest conservation and global warming reduction. PNG is 1/3 of the world's natural forest responsibility for carbon and or carbon sinks. The forest covers PNG in a natural asset that can be leased to the world for humanity and life subsistence. In November 2021, the world leaders met at COP26, hosted by UK in a partnership with Italy from 31st of August to 12th of November in 21, Glasgow, UK. The International Panel on Climate Change reported recently released plans a very gloomy outlook for the future if we do not take action now. We must all work with all involved to increase climate ambitions, build resilience, and lower emissions. This involves looking at a number of concrete advantages since COP26 in Glasgow. Although $100 billion in conversation at COP26 did not materialize, leaving most forest nations disappointed with the initiative of French PNG has a country package under the framework of which specific climate programs can be devoted to for and assist rural communities. France has, through the European Union, funded some programs which the UK and Australia have sought to understand the initiative of how, or if they can also participate in this program, and this initiative requires multilateral support. Mr. Speaker, on trade, the economic diplomacy, we must look at the developments of the WTO. There has been many interesting developments. For the first time in 25-year history of the World Trade Organization was led by a woman since 2021, a testament to gender equality and the competitiveness of women in the global affairs. As nations seek to build back better from COVID-19, the war between Ukraine and Russia saw escalation in fuel costs, rising grain and fruit prices, and inflation on all these now further sustained by the war in the Middle East. Any further fuel supply disruption and price disorder will also supply chain in the Middle East would have further inflammatory pressure on the global economy. Mr. Speaker, equally geopolitical tensions and geostrategic competition is also fueling tensions in the region. The region can only benefit from the geostrategic competition if it can have a voice on issues of regional interests that have to be met by competing powers. Mr. Speaker, the Marape Rosso government was formed after 2022 national elections at the back end of a devastating global pandemic and ongoing fight against climate change-induced effects and challenges. The global village was reeling from a crippling economic onslaught and was struggling to stimulate and spur growth and build back better from this unprecedented modern-day devastation from COVID-19. At the bilateral economic front, Japan broke its traditional development assistance records, and in the first of its kind, provided a highly concessional direct budget support of $285 million to the government of PNG to repay on a repayment debt of 0.001%. This loan was a grace period for 15 years, and the repayment will start at the beginning of the 16th year of the period of 20 years. Australia also supported Papua New Guinea in providing us with a support of 330 million in budget support after Japan equally at a less concessional rate. These two countries were the first to come, and so did others later. The global village understood the devastation of two national production lines, supply chains, revenue across borders, household income, constructions, and agreed for global action to defer calls of sovereign debts and interests. Foreshadowing effort to build back a better and from the COVID-19 are the Ukraine-Russia war and year later Israel, Hamas and Iran and its proxies. Mr. Speaker, PNG closed its trade office in Taipei in April 2023, based solely on negligible returns to investment to the trade office. Subsequently, on the 5th of September 2023, Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, in presence of the Prime Minister of Israel, officially opened and established the PNG Embassy in the State of Israel in the city of Jerusalem. The regional landscape. At the regional level, we see growing strategic interest in the Pacific. Global warming, sea rising levels continue to threaten our survival of small island states in the Pacific. Pacific solidarity was also put to the test with proposed withdrawal of the Micronesian states from the Pacific Islands Forum, and then challenged around the Melanesian Spearhead Group, delaying the appointment of the new Director General. Mr. Speaker and this Honourable House, one positive that came out of this test in the Pacific unity is the reconciliation of PNG as a strategic, crucial regional member in the Micronesian President's Summit appointed PNG Prime Minister Honourable James Marape as the interlocutor. Sorry, it was an honour and privilege according to PNG, according to us as well, to have our Prime Minister speak on behalf in finding compromise and a pathway forward. Also in 2021, with the diligent stewardship of the MSG senior officials meeting in PNG, the MSG Director General was appointed. An official announcement announced introduced the new sub-region group at the margins of the 51st PIF meeting in Suva, Fiji. PNG also handed down handed over the chairmanship of MSG to Vanuatu in PNG's traditional way, offering food, pigs, and each member country, Prime Minister Marape, handing over the traditional spear symbolising of guard and bestowing assurance to commitment to the common cause. In the Premier Regional Organisation, the Pacific Island Forum also underwent some refocusing on issues affecting its membership. It came up with the Blue Pacific Continent, the establishment of the Blue Resilient Fund, and facility to support the cause of the Blue Continent and infrastructure. The region also saw, consistent with the Niamey Accord and the conduct of the third referendum to determine the political future of New Caledonia. The results were not widely accepted in the region as the third referendum was conducted under COVID-19 travel restrictions. PNG was singled out by France for its role as the rapporteur at the United Nations Committee to Decolonisation, often referred to as Committee of 24. Mr. Speaker, the Pacific Committee of Ambassadors at the United Nations unanimously agreed to fight for New Caledonia not to be delisted from the United Nations list of territories and decolonisation. This was on the official records of the C24 and was met with opposition from France, who questioned PNG as a country to sign off on the official records of the C24 meeting outcomes. Mr. Speaker, we continually watch closely the political developments of the governments within our region as we meander through the region of international politics and the aim of creating strategic partnerships for the advancements of our mutual benefits. On the bilateral front, Mr. Speaker, we have had a number of institutionalised meetings. Australian Prime Minister visited in January 23. With Australia, we resumed in-person annual senior officials, ministerial and leaders dialogue, alternating between our two capitals to host commencing after COVID-19 restrictions in 22. Prime Minister of Fiji, the Honourable Saviti Rambuka, came on a state visit to PNG in May 23, and the Indian Prime Minister Modi visited Papua New Guinea and boosted India-PNG relations in May 21, 23. Visit of the US Secretary of State. The US Secretary of State visited Papua New Guinea at the back end of the FIPIC 3 meeting to sign 2 security agreements with PNG. The PNG-US Defence Cooperation Agreement and a Shipwriters Agreement. And to also have the US PIC leaders meeting at the back end of FIPIC meetings as well. The US Defence Secretary also made a historical visit to Papua New Guinea on the 26th of July 23, and the Indonesian President's state visit to Papua New Guinea on the 5th of July 2023. Recently, in an unprecedented move, PNG hosted the President-elect of Indonesia in an unscheduled meeting in July 2024 in Port Moresby. France President Emmanuel Macron had a historical visit to Papua New Guinea as well on 27th of July 2023. And Prime Minister Marape officially visited China on the 16th of October 23. And our Prime Minister Marape opened new missions in Israel on the 5th of September 23. And PNG attended the coronation of King Charles III on the 5th of May 2023. So you see, 2023 was a very productive and busy year when it came to diplomacy and our bilateral relationships. Mr. Speaker, this is a list of bilateral and multilateral meetings of engagements that PNG was involved with, detailed in the review report provided by Parliament. My ministry, which oversees the Department of Foreign Affairs, is a network of 21 diplomatic missions and consular posts in strategic locations around the world, zealously serve the interests of this country. In saying so, may I pay respect to our diplomats abroad for their hard work and dedicating their lives to promoting PNG's interest. Even in difficult times such as COVID-19, they held the fort in a wartime where we still embedded in Jerusalem today. They have never deserted their posts, and I pay tribute to the entire PNG Foreign Service at headquarters and at PNG diplomatic missions and posts abroad. I thank you to the Marape Rosso government for taking back PNG and having taken back the PNG Foreign Service with prospects of a third straight year looking good, higher than ever before, budget allocations to consecutive years, making funding available for PNG to offset its membership arrears, with the voice now to represent PNG for approving SRC report number 38 that recognises adequately the PNG heads of missions and posts. Mr. Speaker, with constraints of our mission and posts, our diplomats continue to serve the country with pride. At the United Nations, we continue to work closely with the multilateral system to find conflicting prevention solutions, which, as in Bougainville, the highland regions, and domestically, and in conflicts theatres such as in Europe, Middle East, and South China Sea. We air our climate change concerns and work with views relating to our Blue Pacific. Mr. Speaker, the Department of Foreign Affairs budget increase at home front, the recognition from the Marape Rosso government of importance work in foreign service through appropriate budget increments since 2022 has greatly increased and enhanced the department's abilities to deliver on its mandated duties and managing PNG's international relations. Increasing funding has also enhanced the department's manpower and capacity to appropriately staff all our missions and posts, as well as boost our human resource capacity at headquarters. This increased in personnel from 200 to 450 will most certainly enhance the Foreign Service capacity to better focus on government development agendas going forward. The new corporate plan 2023 to 27, which is being completed and is now operational, has strategically realigned the department's structure to its work plans to be more attuned to the changing dynamics of global politics, while also same time being responsive to NEC directives, thus giving effect to the relevant development guidelines such as Vision 50, MTDP, and SDP 10 to 2030. The new structure, the new look Foreign Service has done with existing manpower, ceiling with no additional cost to the government in personnel or monuments, as we increase to expand the foreign establishments and representation with the aim of increasing Foreign Service responsibility to respond to government development agendas with the slogan of providing nothing but the best, whilst appropriately utilising available human and capital resources. With the foreign policy white paper, I thank everybody in all members of National Parliament and, of course, the Department of Foreign Affairs and everybody involved for passing the foreign policy white paper the other day. It was an historical groundswell of support to our new foreign policy, and we look forward to implementing that over the next 50 years or beyond. But once again, it took nearly 40 years to get this done, and it was only done under the Marape Rosso government. So I thank them for their support, and I thank everybody in the chamber for their support. Recruitment process is underway, and we are an equal opportunity department, and we look forward and we work towards regional and gender balance. We recruit without nepotism or any other consideration. Training, we want to build a lasting, well-trained, dependable foreign service for the 21st century. We have partnered with the Victoria University to what was the PNG Foreign Service Training Program for over 5 years. But with the interest and inclusion of other Pacific Islanders, the program is now called the Pacific Island Foreign Service Training Program, with the inclusion of the regional government diplomats. The development also offers space for other government departments and agencies as well. The department has signed on with CILEG for the public service training, JICA and ANU for postgraduate studies alone with foreign language training. Mr. Speaker, closer to home, our region has its own challenges too. We have elevating relations with MSG. PNG provides such assistance to Vanuatu for rehabilitation of the Memorial Kumu Highway, and continue to provide support to education, security, immigration needs for the Solomon Islands and to others such as Cook Islands, Tonga and Niue, for which receive funding assistance. In every aspect of PNG's engagement, it's always been advocated for the smaller Pacific Island countries of the region as well. When PNG talks to China, Japan, US and Indonesia, we always emphasize the fact that we are part of the Pacific, that we call it home. Challenges for the region are challenges as well for us and well for all. The region continues to suffer high levels of political and economic instabilities, coupled by climate-induced challenges. Mr. Speaker, in this complex international environment, our diplomacy is often tested by political issues, including the questions of Taiwan, Palestine, Kosovo, as well as human rights issues for West Papua, Xinjiang, and Hong Kong and Macau. These are political hotspots around the world, from Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Israel, Palestine conflict, civil war in Syria, North Korean crisis, tensions in the Korean Peninsula, territorial disputes of the South China Sea, and crisis in Myanmar, instability in Venezuela. Mr. Speaker, our perspective in respect to these issues will always be guided by the core tenets of our foreign policy approach: friends to all, enemies to none. This basic approach relies on principles of respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of other states, as well as non-interference in the affairs of others. We will not be dragged into quarrels of others, and we also expect others to respect the principles we stand for and not to place us in awkward situations. Mr. Speaker, let me turn to the achievements of our bilateral diplomacy in the 9 months that I have been, during that 9 months I've been in office. Despite the challenging times, here we have had many positive developments which I wish to highlight to this Honourable House. To improve our capabilities in monitoring and surveillance, the Australians have also donated the new Guardian-class patrol boats. Australia is also working on the 32 million ramal grid, standing by its decision for rural electrification. We value the partnership of Australia and will continue to work with them as partners on various national issues, especially relating to development and other regional and international issues. In February of 2023, a high-level consultation of SOM level were held. On the 14th of July, the Prime Minister James Marape, Honourable James Marape, met his new New Zealand counterpart, the former Prime Minister Jacinta Ardern. This meeting was concluded with the signing of the PNG New Zealand Statement of Partnership 21 to 24, and the signing of the statement partnership between our two countries will set a platform to enhance the bilateral relationship and partnership between PNG and New Zealand. In the past year, we have also facilitated official visit of Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of New Zealand, Honourable Winston Peters, who's a close friend of PNG, to PNG, where he met the Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister and other ministers to discuss the importance, including Bougainville and rural electrification, amongst others. The United States is also a valued and important partner, and is in major projects like rural electrification, Lombril Naval Base, amongst others. Other important bilateral partners is China. China's government has so far remitted RMB 15 million military aid and further 11 million to the Tarama Hospital upgrade. During my recent visit to China in June, the State Consular China Foreign Minister, Mr. Wang Yi, further pledged 150 million RMB of grant aid to PNG. We are now working to expedite the arrangement protocols to be signed between two countries. Cooperation between both sides continues to expand, and other initiatives are mutually agreed to between the two countries. This includes the Memorandum of Understanding for Marine Products to China and the MOU to develop Goroka Agro-Industrial Park and establishment of PNG Foreign Investment Initiative. Mr. Speaker, PNG values its bilateral relationship with many other countries in all regions and beyond. These include the Republic of Korea, France, India, Philippines, European Union, and the United Kingdom. In a nutshell, the Ministry and the Department is looking to strengthen its relations with the strategic partners and friends through high-level political dialogues, official visits, exchange, participation and representation at the international meetings and arrangements. Mr. Speaker, where there is a will, there is always a way. And I would like to believe that in spite of the intricate nature of challenges and compounding factors, there is hope that we can progress through reforms in policies, institutions, and invest in trade and economic opportunities. Mr. Speaker, in this contemporary era, there are challenges as well as opportunities. What is important is for us to conduct our foreign relations with prudent and financial management. I believe the Marape-Rosso government has mandated amicably, well through the intricacies of managing PNG's international relations, as evidenced by the increased number of visits by prominent world leaders to our shores, as well as the increase of levels of engagement and productive participation of PNG in bilateral and regional and multilateral forums. Mr. Speaker, I want to conclude by thanking the Marape Rosso government for its continuous support to the Foreign Service, PNG's Foreign Service, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Together, we can produce nothing but the best for our beloved PNG. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Leader of Government Business.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the debate be adjourned and set for an order of a subsequent sitting.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. The aye against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, business of the day. Clerk.
Order of the day number 131, Vacancy Bill 2025. Member for National Capital District. Second reading, resumption of debate from May 20.
Governor.
Thank you, Mr. Assistant Speaker. Members of Parliament, I have a motion to move in relation to this matter. But before I move the motion, I just want to give a small, short background. Mr. Assistant Speaker and members of Parliament, notice number 131, as you all will see, is at the back of the last page of the notice papers, and it relates to the vagrancy bill. As the clerk has advised us, it's here for second reading, but by way of procedure, when I first introduced the proposed bill, it has to be referred to the Constitutional and Subordinate Legislation Committee. As a result of that, a number of issues were raised, especially from the Department of Justice and Attorney General, and we had to go through it to incorporate it into the proposed bill. So, by virtue of that discussion, the present bill as it is has become a bit defective or obsolete, Mr. Assistant Speaker and members of Parliament. So for this reason, I am going to move that we will discharge this notice, and the clerk will introduce a new notice to introduce the revised bill, hopefully tomorrow. So with that, Mr. Assistant Speaker, members of the Honorable House, I move that the order of the day number 131 be discharged from the notice paper.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. The aye against say no. The ayes have it. Leader of Government Business.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Parliament do now adjourn till tomorrow, 10 a.m.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now adjourn the Parliament to tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m.